If any of you Leaf fans stayed up and watched that game last night, I apologize. From the bottom of my heart, I apologize that you had to stay up and watch that hockey game. As you guys can tell, the video being uploaded today, I did not. I did not stay awake for that game last night. And you know what? I'm not angry about staying up, or not staying up, because the Leafs, they lost 2-1 to the Arizona Coyotes. A team who coming into the game and won a total of 7 games this year. And their goaltender, Vizmelka, I don't know how the heck to pronounce the guy's name. It really seems, and I looked at this guy's stats. Look, overall stats are terrible. They're not great at all. But if you look at his numbers this year against like shot totals above like 38, the guy's been phenomenal. Right? I say earlier in the year, he had a 46 save shutout against the Jets. Obviously, the Leafs had 46 yesterday. And then a couple games ago, they allowed 40-something, and he only allowed 2 goals. But the other games, where it was 36 shots, under 30 or 32, he allowed 4 goals. It's wild. The more they pepper this guy, the better he gets. And the Leafs didn't get the message there as they peppered him a ton. They dominated this game from the start to the finish, and you lose 2-1 to the Arizona Coyotes. Let's break the game down before we go period by period in shots on goal, because that was ludicrous. First period, a god-awful, horrendous turnover from Travis Dermott and Timothy Liljegren behind their own net. And it's a centering pass, and it ends up batted out of midair from Ryan Dzingel. Former Ottawa Senator Ryan Dzingel. And the Coyotes are up 1-0. And the Leafs have not scored to this point in the period. And the shots on goal are 20-6. And this is like, what the hell? They can't buy a goal early on. They started hitting posts. It was all over the place. And they just can't beat this goaltender. We go to the second period. Same sort of fiasco. 15-6 in shots on goal. Neither team scores. The Leafs have had 35 shots to this point. And they have not beaten this damn goalie. Meanwhile, they have 12, and they have the first goal of the game, and heading into the third period, the only goal to this point. But it did not take long in that third period for Austin Matthews to get free and to go one-on-one with the defender and beat Vizmelka, whatever the heck his name is. It looked like it was under his glove or his top cheese. I don't know. It was just a beautiful shot from the Scottsdale native, Austin Matthews. And it ties the game at 1. Bunting and Muzzin grab assists at 14 seconds of the third period. And we are tied at 1 goal apiece. Again, the Leafs dominate the period, but 12:42 left in the game. A centering pass, it looked like it was a 2-on-1. I can't remember exactly how it went in, but it looked like a 2-on-1. A centering pass to Ryan Dzingel, and he buries it to give the Coyotes a 2-1 lead. And on that goal, I'm really not sure why Peter Mrazek is going for that poke check there. Because can you imagine if he just slid across? That would have hit him right in the chest, or he would have had at least more of his body to play with. But he's leaning out there with the stick, and now you got to hope to God they don't lift the puck up, because then it'll hit your pad. But otherwise, it's going in, and it went in. And at that point in time, I bet every single Leaf fan, the way this game had gone, was thinking that 2-1 goal, this game's over. This game's over. And the fact that this team cannot score, the hockey gods were like, nope, not today. And that's exactly what happened. It ends 2-1. Shots on goal in the third period were 11-6 in favor of the Leafs. Ladies and gentlemen, they had 6 shots in each period. The Leafs had double-digit shots in each period. I always say shots on goal are a meaningless stat. Yes, but when the shots on goal are 46-18, you damn well better win that game. But they just could not buy a goal to save their life last night. And these type of games do happen. I'm going to bring up... Flip over to basketball real quick. Anybody, hockey fans who don't watch basketball, the Milwaukee Bucks, one of the best teams in the NBA. Facing a team, Detroit Pistons, like the Arizona Coyotes. They had won like 6 games to that point. Milwaukee lost on their home court and to Detroit. And everyone's like, what the hell just happened? That's what this felt like for the Leafs. It's unfortunate because you had won a couple of games against really tough teams and you got 3 out of 4 in the points. We're like, okay, but then you lose in reg to Arizona. And it's like, what the... That's what's crazy about hockey, guys. That's why I love the sport, because you literally never know what's going to happen. On paper, yeah, hey, it looks like the Leafs are going to clean the clock of the Coyotes, and ideally they did, but it's what goes in the back of the net that counts, and they scored more than the Leafs, and they beat the Leafs. Special teams-wise, both teams were 0 for 2 on their power play, so it was very irrelevant. Obviously, no key offensive players in the game. Only Austin Matthews, Bunting, and Muzzin had points in the game. And Peter Mrazek, I want to get your guys' thoughts in the comments below, because I feel like he's a big risk taker half the time. And when it works, hey, he makes things look great. Nah, it looks very, very sexy looking saves. But that poke check, that is such a risky play late in the game. They haven't had many opportunities to that point. You give them a golden chance. Heck, both of our goals were just given golden opportunities. You don't turn that puck over in your own zone. You actually break it out properly. That doesn't go in. You're not down 1-0. Peter Mrazek stays on his feet. It stays sound in the net and doesn't go for that poke check. He might possibly make that save. But it's the bonehead stuff behind the net. And it's the bad stick of Peter Mrazek and the fact that the Leafs couldn't score a goal to save their life all amounts to a loss in Arizona against the Coyotes. Kind of tough to watch. Very tough to watch. What am I talking about? Now, the next game, because that's what you have to do after a game like that. You have to find a way to move on. And the next game for the Toronto Maple Leafs is Saturday night in St. Louis. And St. Louis, I mean, I don't care what the record suggests. I don't even know how they're doing this year. Kind of not paying attention to the West because I kind of have my team I'm focusing on. But knowing the St. Louis Blues and knowing the roster they still have, I assume they're still great. And you're in St. Louis on Saturday night at 7 o'clock. You got to find a way to bounce back. As I've said countless times before, great teams find a way to bounce back after a loss. A tough loss at that. Right? You bounced back after that tough one against the Colorado Avalanche, and you won that game in the shootout. Right? Against, oh my goodness, Vegas. Right? And then you lost this game tonight. Okay, well, how are you going to bounce back against St. Louis in St. Louis? It's not going to be an easy task, but is Mitch Marner going to be back? Is Pierre Engvall going to be back? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Leaf fans, if you're over this game last night, good. Because I've had to relish in this thought, this mindset without talking to you guys all day long, and it has not been easy. All right, so you know what? That is going to do it. For this one, I've let everything go. Hit the like button if you guys enjoyed the video and not the game last night. But if you're a Coyotes fan, which I'm not really sure how many there are, smack the like button anyways. Hit the subscribe button if you guys not already. Comment down below thoughts on the video, thoughts on the game, what you like, what you not like from today's game, or last night's game for the Toronto Maple Leafs. And Twitter link is down below, so follow up, send me a DM to that great stuff. The Instagram link is down below as well, so follow up there if you have not done so already, guys. And I will talk to you Raptors edition on, I want to say it's Friday night. Yeah, Friday night in Detroit. I believe it's a 7 o'clock tip-off. Could be 7:30 there. And for the boys, they get to see fans in the stands, and I hate we don't have any here right now, but they get to have some in Detroit. It's going to be very interesting to see how many Raptor fans travel to Detroit to see that game because we can't see any here. So that'd be interesting to see what happens tomorrow night for the Toronto Raptors as they look to bounce back after that really tough loss there against the Phoenix Suns a few nights ago. All right, and as for the Toronto Maple Leafs, as we talked about, their next contest is on Saturday night against the St. Louis Blues. 7 o'clock puck drop there in St. Louis as the boys look to bounce back after yesterday's excruciatingly tough loss to the Arizona Coyotes. All right, so thank you guys so much for listening and watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. We'll talk to you guys then.